Alright guys, time to grab it back again today. I hope you're enjoying your day so far, and I was going to make this video in a few days time, but Scump really has been on a bit of a Twitter rampage here this last hour, so I thought I'd better bring this video back, and that is about the fine situation that has gone down over the last few days or so really that Scump has been talking about in a clip that I'm going to share on a roundtable that they did over at OpTic Chicago a couple of days ago with a few insights, but also what Scump has to say on Twitter. We know he got fined in the middle of the Modern Warfare season for calling Modern Warfare in a Huntsman video the worst competitive Call of Duty, I believe, of all time. Now it looks like he's been fined in addition to have like a brand sponsorship deal with playing Raid Shadow Legends on stream, and he's also concerned in really the last just couple of hours that him talking with RevTheAR about the fact that, where he's exactly ranked play for this game, that might get him fined as well, and RevTheAR implying that he thinks something similar might be going on. Very intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section, right, because frankly, not a very good look for the CDL. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Thank you for doing that, and thank you for all the support over these last few days. It's been phenomenal, and well, I'm certainly not going anywhere. So this is what happened on the 10th of November. Launched a Call of Duty game with the help of a few thousand of our friends who live and work around the globe. Awesome stuff, and Scump says 12 hours or so ago, like the fist emoji, awesome stuff, well played. And about 4 hours or so ago, he tweets out, I love Cold War, right? So yes, this is a good game on the surface. We've had these discussions the last couple of days. How good are the maps? Is that like the main concern? I played it for a few hours last night, and outside of the skill-based matchmaking, because I was still kind of getting world stars, I think we're in for a good year, and it was a relatively fun experience. And when ranked play does drop, that's certainly what I'm going to be playing, because basically we're already playing that in public matches anyway. At least then hopefully I can get a rank to try and work towards something relatively decent. So he does tweet this out, and then he comes back with the MP5. Yeah, that gun has got to get looked at. So Scump obviously offering some constructive criticism to the developers and seeing how things will go. Then he tweets this out, right? So ranked play please. So we said a few minutes before at 5 o'clock AM, you could see he tweeted out, I love Cold War. Now he's saying ranked play please, right? So okay, love the game, but where is the ranked playlist, right? And we've seen it in previous games. I think it's pretty rare, to be honest, that they end up bringing these kind of games out at launch, or the ranked playlist out at launch. I think even World War II, when it was actually a decent ranked playlist, I'm pretty sure it wasn't there at launch, and we usually have to wait a few months, which is unfortunate. At the same time, the developers this year, Trek, I think, were thrown into the mixer somewhat, because this game was meant to be a Sledgehammer Games game, and it clearly didn't go well for them, so Activision apparently just took Sledgehammer Games off, put Treyarch on, and had them now develop this title. So they've had less time than they would maybe have liked. They've probably done a decent job, all things considered. That maybe why we have less maps than we would have in an ideal world. And the ranked playlist, of course, is coming a little bit further down the pipeline, you would imagine, and seems to be pretty much confirmed into the game. We saw there was a challenge you could earn that actually had ranked play involved in the titling, so seems like it's coming. But anyway, Scump says, how does Call of Duty not get released with a ranked playlist every year? I'm just genuinely confused. It should be a staple, but it gets ignored. Interesting to think about. So kind of implying that the developers or Activision are ignoring it to some degree, rather than it's just like a lower priority, I suppose. And RevTheAR says, let me rewrite that for you. You can thank me later. Almost implying that, maybe you'll get fined for this or something if you say it in this manner. I'm really looking thankful for all the hard work and men and women trying to give us a ranked playlist. So, Vaughn, I love you, and of course I'm grateful you guys pulled through at these times. It was more of a general thought to any game mode. You always deliver, and I speak highly of your studio all the time. My crew will deliver. We are on your side. Be good to us. We know you will. I mean, no ill intent. But this tweet may be riling Vondi up a little bit, thinking that maybe Scump doesn't actually respect us and what we're trying to accomplish here. And I don't know, I thought it was kind of interesting. Then we really got into this stuff, right? So Chris comes back and, Call of Duty sending every fine possible. Scump says, I'm not roasting their game. I like the game so far, just don't get it, right? So I'm not roasting the game, but, where is this ranked playlist? And then this is really where it kicks off. So Moho comes out. I saw a tweet from Scump about ranked play and a tweet from Von in response. I think it's best if I just keep my mouth shut. I'm censored, bro. So weird. Wasn't even about the current game. So this is kind of where we delve into the territory of what Scump was talking about on this roundtable episode a couple of days ago, which I'll share in about a minute or so's time. But as Scump says here, I'm censored, bro. So weird. Like, what's going on? Literally tweeted, I love the game an hour before. Fine incoming for a controversial one, though. And then he says this, it's just so lame. I've dedicated my life to this game, and now anything I say that's slightly negative, all of a sudden I get a slap on the wrist. So he follows up with this as well. Kieran says, you should be able to voice your opinion on features of a game to your fans without consequences. I understand being fined for voicing expressive negativity towards sensitive topics, but not this. And then Scump says the following, I'm fed up. It's not right what they decide to enforce. It won't change though. I got fined for doing a sponsored stream on Raid Shadow Legends because I promoted another game from Call of Duty. Like, what is going on? So I'll share a couple of minutes of this where Hex and Scump are talking about how this really doesn't make any sense. They should be able to use, players should be able to use their own personal branding power to actually, promote other games and use their own, channels that they have built over several years to do such a thing. And why should that have to detract from Call of Duty? It's just a very interesting interesting one, and Scump isn't very happy about it at all.
But Gunrunner was just the best one.
The best of them all.
The
best of them.
It wasn't like legendary.
No, yeah.
I say
there'll never be a.
Why you're off season? Can you get fined?
No, yeah, we still can.
Wait, can I get fined now that I'm?
No, you can't. We can. We can.
No, because
you're an email.
You're an influencer.
We did get an email.
Did you get the email?
Yeah.
Wait, can team owners get fined?
Yeah.
For what?
So
Wait, but time out.
Well, technically, if you didn't sign a player,
I didn't.
The player contract, then you're fine.
Yeah. So what I was saying in that regard though is that like I didn't sign anything, and if I have an opinion, I should have an opinion to be said. In the off season, I just don't understand what sort of what if you want to voice your opinion, how are you going to voice your opinion? Obviously, you got fined last year. How many times?
Once or twice. Once
or twice. Quick. There's a third one out there though, isn't it? That we haven't been to the meeting for.
Yeah, I have one incoming.
Yeah.
For some.
Bro, this guy for the last like month and a half has been pushing this meeting.
Didn't I get you fined?
I don't know.
I think I've only had one. I got fined once, and I think this incoming one is my second.
Okay.
And it was completely unrelated to anything opinion based at all.
What was it about?
Huh?
What was it about?
Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know. Can you say it?
Were you in the wrong?
Well, I made money for playing a different game on stream, and that's why I'm getting fined because
that makes sense.
Which to me it makes
sense.
As a person that doesn't get paid what traditional athletes get paid in traditional sports, you should be able to capitalize on any opportunity that comes to your footstep, in no matter what it is.
Well, my argument is I made my channels, not the
exactly.
League. They're my channels.
I'm with you 100%.
It's mine.
Yeah, it is yours. You built it, whatever. Like,
so how can that be censored?
The only point I can understand, like maybe like in season, like off season type deal, but
it was
like
off season as well. It wasn't in
the off season. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
let them people do what they want to do.
Yeah, no, I think again, these situations obviously.
I'm locked up. They won't let me out.
So I think look, I think that the league was year one. Obviously, they put all these parameters inside of this list that says you can't do this, you can't do that. And as the league progresses and it continues to grow and evolve, I think that some of those are going to be like, okay, well, this doesn't make sense because of this, right? The other thing is that I don't think that you as a streamer or you as a streamer should be getting punished for going above and beyond and doing the extra work, right? Imagine if you hadn't built your personality to be where you're at today, like what good does that do to the league, right? It's better for the league to have you motivated to go out and grow your audience, to go out and continue to grow your brand. That's going to bring more viewers to the thing. And I think that that's something that they put in there that they didn't really quite understand, which is understandable. But
they're enforcing it as well, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they can put it in there and not enforce it, but they're enforcing it.
Yeah.
So they know it's there.
So Octane comes back, of course, the king of fines throughout the Modern Warfare scene, suggesting, XD, like, don't get me started if I get a fine for this, right? So Scump is obviously pretty concerned right now that the CDL are going to crack down on absolutely everything. And it's interesting, he said in that earlier tweet that's like, it's not going to change. And in that clip as well, you saw them discussing how, they obviously have these rules written down in the playbook. And Hex was kind of saying, okay, maybe over time they adjust them and they realize that, yeah, maybe these aren't the best ones to enforce. And Scump's like, well, look, they actually are enforcing them even through the off-season when Call of Duty isn't even being played. You're getting fined for promoting another game, and it doesn't set a great precedent, right? Yes, Raid Shadow Legends is a bit of a weird one, but what if you were to get paid for playing like Rogue Company or one of these new games and using your own personal brand as a streamer to actually like promote these games, right? Because Scump has a massive stream, and maybe this is almost incentivizing to some degree Scump to retire, right? Like, why would he want to be involved in the Call of Duty League if he's not going to be able to get these deals and get these sponsorship arrangements that he would be able to get if he was just a content creator and just a streamer, because he's a professional player and has to worry about what the league is going to say? Seems pretty ridiculous to me. Intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And if he gets another fine for saying like where is ranked play, that just seems outrageous, right? Because he clearly loves the game. He clearly cares about the game. And just a tweet that says, like, what is going on? Why isn't it a focus? All of a sudden, that's now controversial and it's getting him fined. I mean, it's really not a best look for the CDL, in my opinion. And, this is what Octane comes back once again. Like, wait, and it was during the off-season too. Like, pretty ridiculous, right? I guess if it's in the middle of the season, like if it's the weekend before Champs and you're doing this promotion for another game, then yes, okay, I understand it at that point. But if it's during the off-season when nothing else is going on, the CDL isn't really making much content or doing anything, no one really thinking about the CDL too much above like myself and a few other people, then why should that necessarily be the case? He also follows up as well to Arcity, so, he says wait, oh no, and, yup, so just straightforward, like, straight to the point, this is what happens, and he mentioned in that video clip we looked at that he wasn't sure if he could say exactly what game it was, but yeah, seems like Raid Shadow Legends, pretty straightforward stuff, and so I wonder exactly how much the fine would be for something like this, given a, guy of Scump's caliber would get paid a lot of money to do a sponsored stream on Raid Shadow Legends. I imagine if they were, like, fining him all the money he earned for that, because that could be in, like, the tens of thousands of dollars, all things considered. And just to finish off the video then, one more thing here, so as he replies to this tweet, Matt Complex comes back and says, did they fine players during the CWL as bad as they do in the CDL? So before, Modern Warfare 2019, we were in the CWL. It started in Black Ops 3 in really 2015 through to 2016, and the CWL ran for a few years before it was officially then franchised into the CDL for 2019, if you guys aren't too familiar with the history. Because I remember when Infinite Warfare came out, pros ripped that game, but looking back, it wasn't too bad given what we have had lately. So, yeah, certainly very true. And at the time, there was 0 fines for speaking opinion. And this is really what Scump has been talking about a while, especially when we, we go on to discuss a few months ago when he got fined for saying Modern Warfare was the worst competitive game of all time. At the end of the day, that's an opinion, right? And he was saying on the Easter podcast, like, I'm getting censored for this because this is just my opinion. I'm not, like, doing anything particularly negative. I'm just saying that it's bad. And, maybe suggesting opportunities for improvement as he has been doing with the ranked playlist with the MP5 for this game as well. So definitely the CDL's angle on this seems to not be exactly the ideal one. And, I think they need to have a rethink of exactly which rules they enforce, because it's not a good look public facing. And is it almost incentivizing Scump to just be like, well, maybe I'll just give up competing if this is, costing me some of these deals that I might potentially be getting. But I'm very intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and help grow the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.